Mr. Chairman. I want to thank you, and I want to thank Ranking Member Crapo, Senator Corker, and Senator Warner for your leadership in this area and for the work of your staffs. We've had a lot of good faith negotiations recently. I appreciate your including 4 amendments from me in the final version of the bill. But despite the progress that's been made in committee, I remain concerned that this bill in its current form does not do enough to produce a housing market that works for middle-class America. I have 3 substantial concerns. First, it is harder to get a Fannie or Freddie-backed mortgage today than at almost any other point in their history. But this bill would cut the total number of borrowers eligible for a government-guaranteed mortgage by another 20%. Think about that. With this bill, 1 in 5 families that today would be eligible for a government-guaranteed mortgage would be shut out of the housing market. That would be a hard blow to families hoping to buy homes and would be devastating for the real estate market. Second, mortgages can be more expensive to write in inner cities with low home ownership rates or in rural areas where comparable properties are harder to find. Current law imposes a duty on Fannie and Freddie to make sure that these markets are served, which has put home ownership in reach for millions of families in urban and rural neighborhoods. This bill would replace that duty with a new incentive fee. While the incentive fee approach holds out some promise, it is untested and unproven, and it needs to be backed up with real penalties to ensure that the market serves all credit-worthy borrowers, regardless of where they live. And third, current law gives giant banks and small banks comparable access to Fannie and Freddie. But this bill would give the mega banks a significant leg up over their smaller competitors. That could drive the smaller lenders from the market, reducing access to mortgages for the urban and rural communities that those smaller lenders serve. The bill would also allow the too-big-to-fail banks to grow bigger still. Those are the main reasons I voted no today, but let me be clear. My no vote does not mean that I am satisfied with the current system. I am not. Access to mortgage credit is painfully tight, particularly for families hoping to climb into the middle class or for families fighting to stay in the middle class. African American and Latino families have been especially hard hit, and taxpayers are still on the hook if there is any downturn in the market. Over the past several weeks, we've had some very productive discussions and a lot of good faith negotiations. We weren't able to reach a deal before today's markup, but I don't view today's vote as the end of those discussions. Rather, I hope to continue working with my colleagues to develop proposals for a safer and more vibrant housing market that keeps costs low and provides economic opportunities for the middle class. With that, I say thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and again, thank you, Ranking Member Crapo, Senator Corker, and Senator Warner.